My male colleague got promoted after presenting my ideas as his own, so I created a paper trail that went all the way to the CEO. Great presentation, Mike. These customer retention strategies are exactly what we need, our PM said while my colleague soaked up the praise for the proposal I'd spent 3 weeks developing. I've always been the quiet one in our marketing team, the woman who speaks last in meetings, if at all, the one who emails brilliant ideas to colleagues who then present them louder, bolder, and with more confidence than I ever could, the one who was passed over for promotion twice despite consistently exceeding targets. When Mike was promoted to senior manager last month, after presenting my customer loyalty program as his brainchild, something in me snapped. I was tired of being the invisible backbone of our department, so I developed a system. Every idea I had, I first emailed to myself using my work account Timestamp established. Then I'd share it with my boss and relevant teammates, always including a phrase as I mentioned in my email dated data when discussing it in meetings. I created a folder labeled Paper Trail and saved everything for my next big proposal, a social media strategy projected to increase engagement by 35%. I took it further. I blind copied our director on all planning emails. When Mike asked me to collaborate, meaning give him my work, I cheerfully agreed but kept meticulous records of every contribution. The week before the presentation to leadership, Mike asked for my slides to review. 3 days later, I discovered he'd removed my name entirely and added his own Kalapic. Mike, the morning of the presentation, I arrived early. When Mike walked in confidently with my slides under his name, I was sitting between our director and the CEO, my laptop open before we begin. I said calmly, I think there has been a confusion about today's presentation. I've taken the liberty of bringing copies of the original documents showing the development of this strategy over the past month. I distributed folders containing every email, every draft, every piece of feedback, all with timestamps and recipient lists highlighted. The final page showed side-by-side comparisons of my original slides and Mike's revised version. The CEO flipped through the pages slowly, then looked up at Mike, who had turned an interesting shade of gray. Mike, could you give us the room? Jessica will be presenting her work today. 2 weeks later, I was promoted to senior manager. Mike was transferred to our Dallas office. My boss now requires all team members to document their contributions to major projects. The quietest person in the room isn't always the weakest. Sometimes she's just gathering evidence.